A security deposit is a sum of money paid by a tenant to a landlord at the start of a lease agreement. It acts as a form of financial protection for the landlord. This deposit covers potential costs if the tenant violates the terms of the lease. It's important to remember that this money still belongs to the tenant. The landlord holds it as security, not as extra income. The amount of the security deposit can vary. Local laws often set limits on how much a landlord can request. The amount is usually equal to 1 or 2 months' rent. The lease agreement outlines the exact amount and terms for the deposit. Both parties should review this carefully. Landlords face financial risks when renting out their property. A security deposit helps mitigate these risks. One major concern is unpaid rent. If a tenant fails to pay rent, the landlord can use the security deposit to cover the lost income. Another concern is property damage. Tenants are expected to return the property in the same condition as when they moved in, excluding normal wear and tear. If there are damages beyond normal use, the landlord can use the deposit for repairs. This covers costs for things like broken appliances, holes in walls, or heavily stained carpets. It's essential for tenants to understand what constitutes damage beyond normal wear and tear to avoid deductions. Cleaning costs are a common reason for deductions. Leaving the property excessively dirty beyond a reasonable cleaning effort can result in charges. Damage to the property, such as holes in walls, broken fixtures, or damaged appliances, can significantly reduce the security deposit. Unpaid rent is another major reason for deductions. Always ensure rent is paid on time to avoid this issue. Violation of lease terms, such as unauthorized pets or exceeding the maximum occupancy limit, can also lead to deductions. Obtaining a full refund of your security deposit requires careful attention to the lease agreement and proactive communication with your landlord. Before signing the lease, thoroughly read and understand all clauses related to the security deposit. Document the condition of the property with photos and videos during the move-in inspection. Maintain the property in good condition throughout the lease term. Report any necessary repairs to the landlord promptly to avoid further damage. Give proper notice when moving out, adhering to the lease terms. During the move-out inspection, be present and review the landlord's assessment of the property's condition. While security deposits are standard practice in most rental situations, there are exceptions. Some jurisdictions have specific laws or regulations that prohibit landlords from requiring a security deposit. In certain types of housing, such as subsidized housing or student accommodation, security deposits might not be mandatory. Some landlords may choose to offer alternative arrangements instead of a traditional security deposit. These alternatives might include a lower monthly rent in exchange for a higher security deposit, or a non-refundable deposit that covers minor damages. It's crucial to remember that even in situations where security deposits are not required, tenants are still responsible for fulfilling their lease obligations. Both tenants and landlords have specific rights and responsibilities concerning the security deposit. Landlords must provide tenants with a written itemized statement of any deductions from the security deposit. This statement should clearly explain the reason for each deduction and the associated cost. Tenants have the right to dispute any deductions they believe are unjustified. Clear and open communication between tenants and landlords can help prevent misunderstandings and disputes. It's beneficial for both parties to document the condition of the property at the beginning and end of the lease term. This documentation can serve as evidence in case of disagreements regarding the security deposit.